Hey, everybody. Oh, fucking Christ, bro. Had to end up in goddamn faggot central. Just take my glasses off so the reflection ain't there. So, parents, right? You can easily see the difference in rap music I play. Sure, there might be a couple statements here and there that happen that aren't really particularly, but uh, you should know better, right? Um, by now, also being able to sit with it. What else? Morning. He's got red shorts on. See, now, how is it so hard? Yeah, no. Just another example of Beavis and Butthead. Can't even pick out the right size clothes. Scenarios like do 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 do, right? Little things you see that those rappers, right, are alive inside. They pay attention to things. Yeah. Maybe not the BC Boys, but so I'm thinking today's going to be a short day on this, even though it's the weekend. All right, and I'm gonna do stuff. Oh, you know what? I figured out an easier way for the box, right, over my head and things like that. Can just make a thing, right? Sit it on. I'll sit at the table and have the box coming out, right, off of the edges of the laptop screen, right. And I just won't wear my sunglasses. No, what I'll do is I'll just modify the box so it's comfortable, more comfortable. I'm still sort of slouching through it, and I got a neck muscle tension. Whew. Seminole time. So, like I was saying yesterday, it's all right to have rivals, right? You different call it. This is from a college team, college, we'll call it. Um, that for their it started with their athletics department, or maybe their political department, and business. Look at it now, y'all. What a freaking college, bro. Snaps. But in the end, right? Um, so um, your rivals will come after your state, before your state, at of your like, you got your team, right, and then the teams of Florida, right, and then your rivals of Florida in them, and then your outer area. And then the same applies with their rivals. That you. All right. Good quality sports, bro. It's just what it is, actually. Oh man, those people that blew up that football stadium. Oh man. Oh yeah, it was just stupid. Oh, it was for rivals. This is no political, religious war. Never mind. Barry loves all his militias. Yep. So I did my 3 cups in there, and then I put about that much hot water also to help add to the substance, because the milk is just makes it so creamy that you can still cut it, and don't even taste it. Doesn't even can't even tell a difference with the texture, or maybe you can tell the difference. Excuse me, but it's not like significant or anything, and it's still uh, creamy. All right, so I brought some cold beers. So draftees, you let me down, and the fact that there was a beginning time, right? It didn't happen right away, right? That's what all that extra talk is about, right? And you should feel bad, not pumped up first to really get the groove in there. All right, we'll make a movie how draftees got their groove back by figuring it out that they were in a pattern on top of their own pattern of trying to get it done. So you'll go at my pace. Number one, those of you that are like, oh man, these people need to be punished to save their goddamn effing waste of space life, right? Sure, it's gonna happen. But as far as the whole throw another nigga away, right? It ain't really like that for me. Um, we'll let them do it themselves to themselves, right? So they're gonna get what they're gonna get no matter what for taking their sweet fucking time as if they were somebody or worthy, right? And then the or as if they had the information to prove that they can lollygag, right? So don't worry, all right? And it's gonna be sick. All right. But as far as throwing a motherfucker to themselves, and the punishment, you will be so happy with. I promise you. I promise you. Am I taking my sort of time, right? Like with the military leaders, and then had the jobs happened, I'd have put them back at the sitting on a base for however many thousands of years or 1,000 years or something, right? Their version of probation, I'd have given it to them. So there's no excuse that they have. Otherwise, I'd sit here and say it to you like, no, no, no. You know, as far as, right, there was paperwork and a walkthrough. So, and I'm not saying those of you like bank owners that want to go do the walkthrough instead of the paperwork, I'm not saying you can't do that. It's like that. So, whatever, where you have to compensate because you're somehow ignorant of the job of getting it done, right? Then you got to improvise. Is this issue right, draftees? We ain't sitting around for their health, right, draftees? So there's a chain reaction, bank owners, where uh, other people have to suffer because of you doesn't actually apply. You're in the way, like I said. All right. You're in the way unless you're doing what you're supposed to be doing to me. So whatever they decided to be who they want to be for the future. So this ain't rocket science, as you know. So they'll get shoveled off to the side like the faggots and shit. So I don't give a fuck. It just sucks. You know, the last thing I'm gonna do is help a bunch of faggots out, right? Then there's paperwork scenarios, right? Like bankers and their go-getters, and then there's and the draftees and their paperwork, And then there's the draftees with the walkthrough. There's no acceptance whatsoever for a break. And you might as well be out of pity, draftees. So by not doing the things I tell you, draftees, right, you're no better than the bank owners and the government, right? It's true, and you let me down is the issue, not that you're a sellout of this age. Well, no, and just stay with what I'm saying because you know better. All right. So if you're not a sellout, go and tell people how. All right. I'm just talking to the others that are a blasphemy in a situation. All right. So um, be on the lookout for those able to justify their time with why they're not a blasphemy as the others. All right. And try and coordinate a time with them of when's good then. All right. So, so draftees, man. Um, whomever does finish the job first, right? All those other people will still have to do their part in order to move on into the next scenario. All right. I won't freaking settle for less. All right. Don't try and do things out of spite. Do it for the cause, and then where things fall is just what it is. If you have some personal vendetta against the bank owners or the feds, then you need to do what it is I say so we can go get their freak asses, bro. All right. It's not bad enough. They're such a waste of goddamn fucking time that for them to tell someone they love them is fraud. You know, uh, I think it's getting a little personal now. Hold on. Um, outside of kids, but as far as an adult relationship, right? Um, girls are the only, and myself are the only people that can give that, and there's no one but me that can reciprocate to the girls. So this ain't freaking rocket science, and I'm out here trying to take people's girls. All right, it's just what it is. All right, you can either roll with it or get rolled over. All right, hats are so much fun. Sure, this isn't really my style because it's made to fit people general in my area of size, right? And my shirt's not tucked in regularly, and I wouldn't not wear this hat, right? Go to a game or something and have something for my eyes, but generally, because we don't have to worry about sunburns and things like that anymore, I'll just wear my be bald and not wear the hat. And then, except for every now and then, and then my Richie Rich haircut, bro. I miss it. So let's see. Being good people. Um, so you'll get what you can produce, draftees. All right. Like if there's some break I'm not telling you about, right? Because it's just not etiquette. No matter what, you'll get what you gave. All right. I should just throw y'all to the computer on that scenario since it's sort of different. You'll get like the serious punishment, but not like get thrown away. Assuming you do the job before the time I gave you. After that, you're screwed. But I ain't gonna offer you no goddamn differences after. Like you're a bunch of little goddamn fucking kids, bro, that need an extra incentive because it's just not fair. They have to, clean their room. Cheers. Um, so let's see what else, huh? So draftees, in order to play, you gotta pay. That's how you've set it up with your government, right? You gotta produce in order to freaking be able to be a part of society. All right. Doing false protests. It's not even a protest. You're just out there doing stuff, bitching. Iran. Those aren't protests. First of all, they're uh, a waste of time and actually should be illegal. You're not doing anything productive, and it's just a blatant disregard for situation. You know, I'm gonna protect you from the problems of yourself. You're refusing to do what it is I say. All right. You're just not worth it comparatively to the situation, like how we left the governments out there, right? And you know it. All right. My sitting here trying to babysit y'all is just not worth my time because in the end, you're not going to do it, dude. You're a waste of space and you're not worthy to be a part of the future and you know better. So that's how it's going to be. Okay. So don't do any after scenarios of problems on the people. Do yourself. All right. So it's been nice knowing you and all that stuff for what I saw on TV, right? In those documentaries. So after that, what the fuck else do I need to know, right? Just another bidding. So since you're not going to do it, you can sit there and blow it out your ass about how terrible life is, right? And sit there and complain like a bunch of niggers. So draftees in world, while I'm selling the graph, right? People like the draftees are telling me I can do whatever it is I want to them, like the bank owners, right? Anything. They're property of the punishment state. So, like bank owners, we wouldn't want to have that sort of riffraff running around. Can't even tie their own shoelaces paperwork. So I encourage everybody who wants to stand up for these people. I'll listen and all those things. Write them and let them all know you're there for them. All right. It's very important to know that for them, so they have a support system for what they're trying to accomplish, right? As part of not being happy with the way this happened for them, right? Or they shouldn't be responsible since there's a government to do these things for them, all that stuff. Make sure you support them because it'll add up into less time of being hypocrisy or belligerently incompetent about, right? And you're saying it can be justified, right? By not doing what I say, so you're sticking up for these people, keep doing it, all right? Loving yous is easy cause you're beautiful. Here we go. Did that fly go in there? No. All right, draftees. It's very commendable that you're like a business owner of the banks where you'd rather go out for the cause this way as an example for the children, right? The only problem is it's not needed. I don't need this show for the children, right? I have the past to prove y'all are incompetent to make decisions on your own. And women can't speak up for themselves because it's a man's world and they don't have the man stance. So when you start acting like a man, I'll treat you like a man. You want to act like a little boy and go off and be little pansy pussy ass bitches, right? Doing these goddamned wannabe riots or wannabe protests, right? Go ahead. okay that you don't want to be a part of society. The least you could do is respect the rest of the people. The bank owners can tell you about that, all right? They might not do the steps, but they'll tell you how. It involves paperwork or your own 2 feet. So give them a shout. Let them know you're all about them, everybody. And the difference is, all right, you're looking out for draftees trying to represent why. They'll probably expect you to get it on your own, right? So if they're not going around saying it because you act as a whole, right? Draftees, you're like all in together now. So the rest of you trying to be somebody still, they're just in the way. I know what's up, and you'll get less than them. Well, there's no way it can't not be done already. So I guess that's about it. Draftees, you gotta stand up and be somebody in order to, well, be somebody. All right. It means doing what you're supposed to do when you stand up for yourself, not whatever. There's a big difference. A lot of the understanding draftees is that you just have no self worth as an individual for the computer. So, and ain't no other goddamn civilization trying to help you, as you can see, right? Just me and the girls. So, the sooner you stand up for yourself, the sooner you'll be able to move on to whatever you can move on to one day be out of trouble. All right, draftees? I'm sorry you're a criminal, right? Like, I know it wasn't your intention. You're just that stupid. All right? It's okay. It's not bad, is what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? So, I'm stupid too. I'm only halfway smart. Well, no, I'm completely smart. I just haven't done all the work yet. Like, everything I'm certified to be this position. So, not doing what I say just means you're supposed to get the version of me that says other things than what you would hope for as someone who's never done anything with their life other than possibly raise good children. Remember, it's not my job to change you. It's my job to get you going. right? And the whole direction I gave you is that, and that's it. I'd rather have your space. Sorry. I gave you everything to begin with. I gave you everything. That way, when I got to this point and I told you what it was all about, there's, that to fall back on. So you don't have to worry that you got cheated out of your dream. So make sure you go around telling people what you think should be going on here on Earth for you. Those of you saying no to what it is I have to say, like your Capitol rioters for Trump, you know, I know you got more sense than the Iran draftees. So don't play games with your futures, because the future will still be what it's going to be. You know, all these scenarios during this part of my show that have no respect for me or the show or y'all. Draftees, like, what the fuck are you worthy of then, if not the future of punishment coming for you? Nothing. And you know it. You don't deserve the future, is why it's going down like this. I mean, it's not like you're not underachievers. So, and then I gave you your best foot forward so you could put it forward and nothing. Why should I care about you? Why should I be nice? I'd rather get rid of you and take your space and what comes with it. Remember, I'm here for me first, because I'm the motherfucker that keeps the universe going around. You know, if you were the one saying these things to the rest of them, right, you'd be saying the same thing or worse, right? Well, you can't change people from who they are without giving them the information, right? So I gave you the ability to be who you wanted to be, right? You chose your destiny. And some of you over a pair of shorts. How mentally retarded do you think that looks to someone like me? Yeah. Well, let me go to the restroom and get this out of the way. I'll be